All right, everybody. So what I wanted to do is walk you guys through the start of Project 326. So this can be found using this link, which is also on your project page, which is going to be the actual activity that you guys are going to perform. This will be on Canvas for you guys, but I just wanted to walk you guys through Eradicate the Vulnerabilities. And I just want you guys to understand that my lab will be loading up as well, all at the same time. So this opportunity is really cool because I'm going to put the first two people in charge of emailing me, and those two people are going to be the project leads. What that means is you are responsible for the PowerPoint presentation. The PowerPoint presentation is going to be developed by you, and only you, using the resources of your team members. You'll notice that we're going to have a total of 4 hours to complete this. Okay, so our first check-in time is going to be on Friday, and then this will be due the following Monday. So Monday is going to be the launch on the 23rd. You'll then get a full hour to work on it, another hour to work on it on Wednesday. We'll then have office hours at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., and then you guys will turn it in on Monday. Remember, guys, that hacking is always harmful to a network and can only be done by cyber attackers, and it is completely acceptable to use scanning and compromise tools to investigate public hosts on the internet as long as we do not do harm. So you guys are going to collaborate with your cybersecurity team. You're going to use reconnaissance, scanning, compromise, and remediation to identify and remove system vulnerabilities. You're going to create a pen test report, and that's going to be done through a PowerPoint. And then you're going to reflect ultimately on your whole experience. I am the Chief Information Security Officer, so I'm supervising, managing, and/or leading the workers to perform cyber and/or related and/or cyber operations work. So you're going to be doing all of these skills for me. Okay, so you guys are going to be walking through the reconnaissance, the scanning, the compromise, and the remediation of the water treatment plant. So you're going to apply those 4 stages of the ethical hacking scenario. Remember the topology. Here's the topology. So target Windows is 10.2.08, pump PLC is 10.2.05, pump monitor is 10.2.0.6, and then Web 01 is 10.2.0.7. These are the operational requirements. So all Nessus ranked critical vulnerabilities on pump PLC must be verified, exploitable, and mitigated. Pump PLC now contains several web servers. These servers on Pump PLC must be checked for network and application vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities need to be verified as exploitable and mitigated. The web servers on Pump PLC must be accessible to Pump Mon and Web 01, and then all vulnerabilities on Pump PLC must be mitigated from outside of the network and target Windows 01. Target Windows should only be able to SSH to Pump PLC. So that should be the only one that's going to be able to go to Pump PLC. Here's some of the norms. You're going to join Cyber Team. So the first 2 people that join my Cyber Team are going to be the project leads, and then the rest of you are going to tackle one of the exploits. I gave you guys a rubric in the project, which we'll go over in a little bit. So ultimately, you guys are going to create a baseline of a network and examine unknown traffic. You're going to use the pen test lifecycle. You're going to scan and search for vulnerabilities, and then you're going to discover and verify the vulnerabilities. For the pen test, you want to really think about what tool you can use to identify the exploitable services. For the scan, you're going to think about what tool you can use for the scan. What tools are you going to use for the compromise? And then how are you going to remediate all So I launched the lab, and now you're going to think about this life cycle. So this is what the lab looks like. So you're going to think about what you're going to do first. Okay, what would you do first here? Think, think, think. Well, if I'm going to do my scan, my reconnaissance first, we've already done this. So I would want to go to my scans that are on my desktop and bring in my full baseline scans. So I'm going to go to the file folder, I'm going to go to the local disk and guacamole, and I'm going to bring in my whole folder. Open up that and bring over my full baseline. Here's my full baseline. So this is good network traffic. Remember, we did all these steps in the last project. Now you want to think about how we're going to do our scans. Think about our two possible scans that we can do. What do we do next? Well, if we go to Nmap, we can use a quick scan plus. We're going to scan over. Oh, I can't type, so make sure that you go to profile and then go back. We're going to go 10.2.0.5/24. It's there already. And now we're going to do our scan. And you're going to think about the different ports that, according to the project, we want to take a look at. So if I'm scrolling all the way down to right about here in, where is it? Right here, sorry about that. All web servers on Pump PLC must be accessible to PumpMon and Web01. So make sure that you are thinking about the IP tables that you're going to be using for PumpMon and Web01. And then target window should only be able to SSH to Pump PLC. So that's the only one that's going to be open. Okay, so we just got a report back. So we're not using 02, we are using 05. So 05, so this is Pump PLC. I'm going to go to host details. 9 ports are opened and 91 are closed. That's a lot of ports that are still wide open. Okay, so we got to think about the amount of ports that we want to have opened and the ones that we want to have closed on point 5, point 6. Let's take a look at the ports. So we have FTP and SSH. Point 7 is the Web01. And then point 8 is target windows. So right here we can already start to see what we want to have open and what we want to have closed on all of these areas. So here I would want to make sure that I get screenshots of this. so that I can properly remember what ports I need to close and what ports I need to keep open. Same thing for this, same for this, and same thing for this. After I finish that, we then want to go to our Nessus Tenable. So Nessus login, and we're going to go to advanced. And we're going to put in our admin and then password. To run the type of scan that we want. So this is going to be a new scan, is going to be an advanced scan, is going to be different types of scans. Think about what type of scan I want to do, and this scan takes a while. After you get that scan, it's going to help you do your research for your project. So now I'm going to show you guys the project. So the project lead is going to take over this responsibility, and then you're going to see that there's going to be 4 different exploits for 8 different people. Okay, and then for each of the exploits, you're going to have to do research on the exploit. How did you do your reconnaissance? How did you do your scan? How did you do your compromise? And what did you do for remediation? And then for each of the remediations, what were the rules that you applied to make sure that they did or did not work again? At the very bottom, it goes through the rubric on how you individually will be graded for ethical hacking and documentation, and then collaboration is going to be how you're going to rank your project lead manager and the actual individual people that were supposed to do the project. Ultimately, the project is going to be turned in by only the project leads, and they're going to give me the URL that is going to hold all of your project files. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be doing this project on my own as well to come up with any potential problems or things that might happen with your project. So guys, I really wish you good luck, and make sure that you are collaborating effectively. So if you want to also share this with me, I can then take a look and give you feedback. Any feedback that I give will be given to you like a note. This is an example. And if it gets resolved, you just click on this resolve button to make sure that that comment has been resolved, and the project managers will have responsibilities for that. All right, everybody, good luck. This is worth 40 points. And if you have any questions, feel free to email. Bye.